This is Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel. Very excited to have George with Humble Road back on the show today. He's going to give us a tour of a Mercedes Metris solo campervan conversion. This one's called the Midi Me. So join us for the tour.
Thank you, Patrick. Always good to be on your channel. We are stuck in the middle with you. This is the Midi Me. It's in the middle of my Me trilogy, Mini, Midi, Maxi. This one is a little bit wider, a little bit taller, and a little bit longer than a Mini Me. Not as big as a Maxi Me. Solo traveler. The Me trilogy is all about solo traveler. Here's our fresh water fill, and I always like to keep that inside the van so nobody can monkey with it, tamper with it on the outside. While I'm here, I can show you this entire black laminate panel can be removed just by removing the 6 knurled knobs. I like knurled knobs. Take them off, you have access to the back of the microwave, you have access to your electrics, you have access to your water pump. So this makes life very easy for access. We've got a beautiful A&M window on the side slider here that opens up with a screen. And around back, we have a set of doors. There's a trailer hitch on this one. And being the Mercedes Metris, you know, these were really designed as little delivery vans. The post office has, I don't know, 60,000 of them on the road. But they're great little campers as well. You know, it's interesting to start back here, but I wanted to show you this giant garage area. This one is done in white oak, and a combination of white oak, some laminate, and some black starboard. And then we do all our edge banding in white oak as well. And we have our non-snag flush handles. They're slam latch handles, deep drawer, slam latch. One of our design features is the long hallway. You can come in one door and right out the other. It's comfortable. Twin bed, this is for a single. And then up on the roof, I have 2 small MaxxAir fans. And this van has an air conditioner. This has a DC air conditioner made by Nomadic Cooling. It's the 1000 watt. That's smack in the middle, and then up front we've got 200 watts of solar. The other thing we do, if you come around this side, you'll see why that starboard was alongside these roof rails. These are factory roof rails, but we did an insert of black starboard all the way down the line just to hide things a little bit more. It's just another one of the details that we care about. This van has 30 amp shore power, smart plug, as always. I went with the gray plastic so it matched the van a little better. Our rear door panels, we leave these factory panels in place because they are going to get banged up. And these, like I said, are from the commercial world, so they're durable. Up top here, we use a different type of material and a different fabric depending on what the owner chooses. Here we have a really nice linen vinyl. So we wrap our own panels. They're cut on the CNC machine, so they're always perfect every time we do them. We just have to wrap them differently. We've got 120 volt outlet back here in case you wanted to come outside and do any electrical work. There's a TV. This is a DC TV on an arm, and so this can be watched from bed very easily. We've got puck lights all around. I've got USBs all over the place, basically everywhere you need them. You can see the garage here. I'm sorry, in front of the garage we have our toilet. This is a Trilogy, just slides out for use and then you can put it away. And the futon mattress, this is a really good company in San Francisco. The website is called the Futon Shop. Everything's organic. This is organic memory foam and wool. And being only a 4-inch thick mattress, it's very comfortable. You would be shocked. We put non-skid tape on our pre-finished maple, and this bed is unique in that we have a click-click riser on both ends. So Carol can sleep in either position depending on what she wants. The Galley is made out of 80/20 extruded aluminum. I'm sorry, the Galley and the bed are 80/20 extruded aluminum. It's lightweight, it's extremely strong. It's expensive, but it's a good product to work with for van building. So come in the side door here. I'm going to sit in the swivel chair up front. The passenger seat swivels so you can relax. We have a little DC plug down here for her electric cooler, which she's going to bring with her when she arrives next week to pick up the van. This, as I said, is also a reclining bed at the other end, and you can see underneath, I'll show you this a little later on, is my physical plant. I'll get into the details a little later. This we call Command Central. We've got a water fill gauge. We have our Xantrex inverter remote. We've got a Lithionics remote. We've got an electrical outlet and another USB. There's USBs everywhere. Here's another one. Down here, USB, 2 battery shutoffs. This light is on and off with the chassis when you open the door. These are my AC breakers, main and the 120 breaker for the Galley. And just some ventilation for the inverter. And we've got a nice storage drawer back under there. If you come on in this way, basically in a Midi Me, you have a little more height than in a Mini. You can see at 5'7" on a good day, I'm sitting up straight. I don't have a problem. You know, I could cadaver it, but it's fine for me. It really is. And you know, your work surface is right here. We have our signature touch dimmer lights and water pump. This van has a microwave. She opted for a microwave instead of the induction cooker. A little bit of storage underneath here because we had the space. The fresh water tank, which is 14 gallons, is right behind there. Then when we move further down here, what's unique about this particular van is the size of this Galley. I mean, this thing is over 6 feet long. And look at all these cabinets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drawers. And these are deep drawers. These are big. There's going to be a lot of wardrobe storage. You've got a utensil drawer up here. Here's another one down there. Now this drawer is a little unique. This is in front of the sink. We had a little bit of space, so we put a little drawer in here. Now what do you want to put in there? Could you put in a little cutting board? Could you put in some dish soap, some washcloths, some drying towels? Make use of that space. We had it from here to the sink, so we used it. Now under that, I have a magneted splined panel, which when you pull that away and you pull this drawer out, you have access to your gray tank. You have access to your plumbing valves. I've got shutoffs everywhere. Here's a little fuse box for the DC side of things. And like I said, with this out of the way, it's wide open. You have a cartridge filter for the Activa system, the UV and cartridge. I have my pump on an interesting sled back there. You remove one screw, and I actually printed directions on that platform as to how to do it. Remove the screw, and that water pump on its tray will slide right out. You can replace it here and slide it back, put the screw back in. That's what we're all about, is access and ease of repair. I love those magnets. This guy is very cool. This is a 3-position rotary switch for 120 volt AC. Why is this here, you ask? We have got a microwave. We have got a 120 volt water heater, and we have got receptacles. Okay, you cannot use those 3 items at the same time with a 3,000 watt inverter. Maybe you could. You certainly shouldn't use the water heater and the microwave for any length of time. So what I did is I put in a foolproof system. 0 is off. 1 charges the microwave. Now you can use the microwave. 2 is the water heater. Now you can make hot water but not use the microwave. And 3, they're off and the receptacles are hot. You can't make a mistake. You can never overload the inverter. So that's nice. We got a nice big deep sink, which I love. I always put in a deep sink. We've got a nice faucet here, a Creo faucet with a pull-out. Here is the Acuva. That gives you your UV and cartridge filtered water. We have a USB powered light mirror here. Where is it? There it is. It's up there. So that's got a couple of different colors depending on which club you're going to, I guess. I don't go to clubs. Cup tree. Our Humble Road cup trees are for toothpaste, toothbrushes, hairbrushes, that sort of thing. If you don't opt for that, you can put them in the drawer. And then we also have an avocado shelf up top here. Pretty deep. You know, you can get jars in here without a problem. And then, like I said, we have our TV back here. You can position this where you want it. If you're in the bed, you can watch TV. And we played around with different layers back here. In gaining this extra height, we got more drawer space in the back. So we thought that was pretty cool. Up top, this is the interior control panel for the air conditioner. So this is that Nomadic Cooling 1000 watt. This takes the place of the Maxi Air fan for ventilation. So I did put in 2 small Maxi Air fans in the back here. So these are on exhaust, and these are to be used in conjunction with that sliding window up on the slider here. So it's nighttime, you're going to sleep. You put 1 or 2 of these on exhaust, depending on how much airflow you want. You crack that window, you're nice and cool. You'll be okay. Ceilings are padded marine vinyl, nice and tight. Puck lights all around. Same thing here, we've got padded marine vinyl on our wall panels. Everything is designed to be easily removable if we had to add wires in the future. Under the bed, we've got a little cubby here. Again, we're not wasting any space. We had 4 inches in front of a battery, so we took advantage of it. And then you've got these 2 under bed garages where you can store baskets of stuff as well. Toilets here, you can put the toilet there. You have options. Now, let me run around back. I want to show you something. What's nice about this van, it has a second slider on this side. Pretty cool. If you're hanging out during the day, you've got both these doors open, you got the rear doors open, you got major ventilation, lots of fresh air coming through. This is an iPad holder that you can view from this end of the bed or the other end, just turn it around that way, or the television. So you've got options. And then this is, there we go. This is the physical plant. This is the heart of the system here. It's a Xantrex 3000 watt inverter. I've got a 320 amp hour lithium battery here and another 320 amp lithium battery over there, Lithionics. I needed these 2 batteries to run that air conditioner. And being that it's only a 1000 watt air conditioner and I've got 640 amps, which is about 8,800 watt hours, I can run that air conditioner all night without a problem. Small fuse panel. We've got an Orion charger, so when you're driving, you're putting 30 amps of charging into the batteries. Solar controller, MPPT solar controller. And then I've got an array of breakers and shut-off switches that are all labeled. And you can shut this all down. If you're going to let the van sleep for the winter, for instance, there's just a short procedure you go through to shut it down for the winter. This particular customer was a little concerned about any radio frequency or waves coming through here while she slept. So we put a Faraday cloth between her and those components. This is going to block any of the rays that may come through, but there's nothing to worry about.
Awesome tour, George. I really love these solo travelers. There's quite a market for them. You don't think everybody wants a full-size van that seats 4 people and sleeps 2 people, or 4 with a pop top. But some people just want something they can put in the garage. They can parallel park in the city, and to go away for a weekend, a week, or extended travel. It's definitely possible. I've seen people do it in cars and minivans before.
The one thing that I noticed with these vans, incidentally, I've built 8 Mini Me's, 3 Midis, and I've gotten my 3rd contract on the Maxis. All women, okay? And what I think the deal is, I think some of them are intimidated by those big hulking vans. They're too big. You don't want to drive that thing around. These vehicles are all easy to drive. This is like a minivan. So they're used to it.
And you get the extra utility with the second sliding door. Really adds a lot of flexibility.
Yeah.
So you pretty much have everything. Is that also heat in the air conditioning?
No, that's just an air conditioner, but we've got the receptacles and 3,000 watts. You can bring a small heater with you. The van's fully insulated. It's double insulated with Thinsulate, and then we use Reflectix as well. So.
And then we talked off camera. This customer did not opt for induction cooktop.
Right.
And they didn't want propane.
No, well, I don't offer propane. If you want propane, it's a deal breaker. I won't put it in.
And they didn't need an outside shower.
They didn't want any kind of a shower. I believe she's going to hop from Planet Fitness to Planet Fitness. She's going to be doing a lot of traveling. This one's going to be cross country, as they all are. I mean, they send me pictures from all over the country.
Isn't that awesome?
It
Seeing
is.
your customers out in
It really
the wild,
is. It really is.
doing their thing.
They're having a ball.
And
they really
inspiring other people to get into this lifestyle. Well, George, I appreciate the opportunity to showcase this van before the customer takes delivery. This is Patrick with New Jersey's Outdoor Adventures YouTube channel. I'll put links in the description so you can hop over to George's website for pricing and additional information. And we'll see you next time.